What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another, once again, free video. Oh, let me get some caffeine here. Keep me going. Sorry about that. But indicators. You guys have probably already seen the title of this video. Indicators, you see them in pretty much every video. Everybody has their favorite golden indicator that's going to make you rich. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you straightforward. There are indicators that are absolutely fantastic, and there are indicators that I think are pretty much pointless, and the market really doesn't care what they think. And now, why do I say that? I want to explain why I'm saying that. As you can see my screen behind me here, I've got multiple indicators. I've got a MACD, which you will find out that everybody and their brother wants to use. And I think the MACD is actually a pretty good indicator. I actually do like it. This is an oscillator that one of my friends actually made. It's a little bit inappropriate, but he made it, and it's actually a pretty good little indicator. So I just keep it on my screen. I don't really use it. When it comes down to actually trading, I don't use many indicators. Again, if I'm day trading, I'm using the algo box for futures. I'm not day trading stocks, guys. It's pointless to day trade stocks once you day trade futures. Just so you know, if you want to look into futures, again, tell Vinny E-Mini. I'm sure if you look up Algo Box, look up my name. There's a video under Algo Box. Click on the link below, and you can go over there and you can learn everything there is about futures trading. It's absolutely insane how much money you can make if you want to be a day trader. But this is about investing. So, indicators. There are multiple indicators actually on here right now. I've got standard deviation. I've got Bollinger Bands. There are multiple things. So, again, one of my favorite strategies, and you're going to hear me say this multiple times, and I can get rid of some of these. So, for instance, I'm going to get rid of the MACD, and I'm going to get rid of the standard deviation. So, if I click apply, now all of a sudden your screen changes, and you got crap everywhere, right? So I'm actually going to edit this again, and we're going to get rid of the Bollinger Bands. And I like having these. This is kind of like my normal setup. And now again, I will actually, again, you just saw how I did that real fast. Bollinger Bands. This one is actually something I like to use for options. Now, why? You're like, this is just way too much. I get it 100%. Let's get rid of this and make it look more clean. Now, indicators. Indicators are just something that's going to help you. There's a bunch of data that goes into it, into the current market live data, and it tells you exactly what it wants to spit out, and it draws a line, or it gives you an oscillator or some sort of indicator of where the market is at or where it's trying to go. Now, again, news can affect these, so it's not 100% accurate, guys. There's nothing 100% accurate in this market. Just so you know, I hate to tell you if I'm the first one. I'd rather be 100% honest with you. I'm not trying to sell you a pipeline dream here. I am trying to just help you get on the right path. Now, I think that's the biggest thing. Again, I've been in the market since I was 18, so I'm getting ready to turn 25. That shows my age a little bit here. But yes, I am still young. I've been in the market since I've been 18. I have traded everything there is, options, stocks, futures, pretty much forex, commodities, everything I can get my hands on, I have tried. Again, I'm just here to kind of help you not go through all that hard work and all that process. I would rather condense it all down, all the knowledge that I've had over the years, and give it to you so you can be 10 steps ahead of me and continue on the path and be much more successful than most people your age. Or if you are just beginning and you're a little bit older, that's no problem. It's never too late to start. That's the one thing I have learned from every job I've ever had or investing and stuff like that. It's never too late. You just got to keep moving forward, and you got to have the right mindset. Mindset is everything. But having the right knowledge is something that is going to carry you way further in life than most people believe. So Bollinger Bands, and this video is about indicators, so I want to make sure we stay on track here. I use this to sell options. Why would I use this to sell options? So I'm going to go here to a 1 year, 1 day chart. So you want to collect the most premium when you're selling options. Well, obviously, you can see once I get to the top of this, a lot of the times it starts to fall back down, or once it gets to the bottom, it starts to go back up. Well, it's pretty simple then at that point. I'm basically going to do the opposite of whatever that is. So what I do is, and again, this may be too advanced and you may need to look up some of this stuff, is when they get to the bottoms here. Well, I actually want to get rid of that. I didn't mean to draw it that far. But when it gets down to the bottom here, and I want to start selling calls, because I want to start selling puts, because puts are going to be worth a whole lot more right now, and if I think it's going to go back up like it does normally when it hits the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, then I'm going to make all the capital off of me selling that to somebody, and I'm going to become very, very profitable off of that. Same if the price is up here, I'm going to want to sell a call option, because call means the stock's going to continue to go up, and I don't think it's going to continue to rise above that, and I think it's going to fall back down towards this median line, which it does most of the time if you follow the trend here. And again, you can do this on any time frame, a 1 day, 1 minute. You can go back to 3 years weekly chart, and you can kind of see where it's at. But again, don't just solely do everything based off of indicators. Know what's coming up. There are big days with big news and things like that. When the Fed speaks, make sure you're not just going off of an indicator, because if the Fed speaks, which is the Federal Reserve Chairman, like right now I believe it's Jerome Powell, he can send the stock into an absolute shock. So if if the market's having a super red day and it's just continuing to nosedive, and then the chairman talks, and all of a sudden he has good news, that thing will skyrocket back up that easily. And same with it the other way, they could be chugging along upwards for the day, and he gives bad news like interest rates on mortgages or anything like that. It can just nosedive and ruin the rest of your day. So I always recommend, don't be in a trade during those unless you're in a swing trade that's out for a month and you have plenty of room for play on an options play, on a stock play, on a futures play, anything like that. Know when those things happen. That is market timing. That has nothing to do with indicators, but I'm just telling you, an indicator cannot predict those things. So again, indicators are great, but they're not going to be 100%, and that's where I get that. I would rather be honest with you than telling you, hey, this crossover is going to make you a bazillionaire if you just follow this. Not quite how that works. Know what's going on around you. Know what's going on in the world. I'm not saying watch the news every night, but there's a thing called Morning Brew out there. Shout out to those guys. They're going to give you the meetings. They're going to give you the biggest news. They're going to give you trending things. Know what's going on in your market, and whatever market you're trading, whether it's tech, it's biotechs, anything like that. The S&Ps, the basically the main markets, know what you're doing. And I think that's just super important. And with that being said, guys, I hope this brought value to you, and I will see you guys in the next one.